Hi guys, so today I'll be trying out Spellbinders' new clear stamp and die of the month for January 2023. They did send these items free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own. And any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. So as you know, I have samples, so I have them built like this, but yours will be on a carrier with some inspo, perhaps some instruction if it needs it, those kinds of things. I do get questions sometimes though if something isn't fully like having complete instructions. A lot of times on the link on the product page there'll be a PDF towards the bottom of the description of the item and the monthly kit or what's going on that you can download, and it'll have more instruction, but that's usually for something that's more involved, right, where it has like steps to create or however. So this is the Hydrangea Bouquet. Beautiful. Again, the clear stamp is a photopolymer stamp set, really high quality. We have hello friend, you brighten my day, thinking of you. The large hydrangea like bouquet, as you can see here, it has like a rose maybe and some other kind of flowers here, leaves and everything. There's this little guy down here with like the little flower, a cute little kind of posy, and again some kind of like greenery or maybe a pod or something like that, right? Looks like greenery. So you can pick up just the stamp by itself. There's also the Stamp and Die Club, which comes with dies, and this month it came with the large die to cut out this guy completely, if you would like. We'll go like that. It has the smaller die for the smaller bouquet. Oh, like this. And then it has the one that cuts out, I believe we figured it was the hello friend. So I know it's hard to see with the reflection, but there you go. And I think today I'm going to pair it with the new 3D embossing folder for the month. Really gorgeous. What I thought is I can use this little guy to use like to frame something out, and this has a spot in the middle, right? The new 3D embossing folder, the floral archway. So I think what we can do is stamp our sentiment like in here, emboss it, our paper, and then add our little flowers top and bottom or wherever we want to put them. So we will probably do that today. I might grab some papers from the new quick and easy card kit. Keep an eye out. I will follow up with a tutorial on how to use the planter dies for the quick and easy card kit, the add-on. And let's see. I was wondering if I should just use plain paper. Maybe we'll go pink. Why not? So let me grab a little ink. We'll get our sentiment stamped, and then we'll go from there. And you know what? Now that I'm saying that, maybe we'll do like gold. So let me get some gold ink and also some gold embossing powder. With embossing powder, you don't have to have the color of ink to go with like a colored embossing powder. Like this is gold, I can just use clear watermark ink, but I like using gold on gold. I feel like it pops more, so I'll be right back. So I think all these sentiments would fit in here just really nicely. Oh, you can even like tuck it down in. It doesn't have to be like right in the center, you know. Let's see, that's our card front. We have like this little guy here, maybe this little guy over here. Maybe I'll still put it like in here. So yeah, I'll just center it. I was just trying to see which one would fit best. They all fit, of course. Let's put that guy like there-ish. And if it was there on my paper, you can kind of have an idea of where that might be on here. Looking pretty good. Okay. I'm just going to pick that up, and I am going to use an embossing buddy. You can actually pick these up on Spellbinders' site. Of course, if you're a club member, you get 10% off the site. Hopefully they're not out of those, having mentioned it. There's that. I'm going to ink this up with some gold ink. Usually gold or silver, those kind of inks, they're usually pigment inks because that's the best way to get that gold mica or whatever it is that they put in there to make it gold. So they take a while to dry. So again, it's really crisp. I can probably do a second coat, but since we're going to do this, I'm not going to worry about that. A second coat, a second stamping, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Let me put a little scrap piece of paper down here to catch. The extras, and I usually give it a little dunk dunk on the back, and I'll just hit that with a heat tool, and I'll be back. Looking really nice. And you know, I was debating what I wanted to stamp this with. But since we have gold out already and it looks so nice, might as well. So I'm going to stamp 2 of these guys. I'm going to put this to the side and hopefully not have a little accident here. Put this over here. And this is marker paper. I don't know if I was going to use markers, but either way, even if I decide to use a little bit of watercolor, I just use very little anyway, so it's not going to be a big deal what paper I use. But generally, watercolor paper, you know all that. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this. Get some embossing powder for sure going on this guy. Another magnet. I'm going to stamp this twice, so I'll go ahead and stamp it once, stamp the second one, because again, this is pigment ink. It does not dry very quickly, but I'll still work a little bit fast, because we definitely want, look how pretty. So that one, and then do the other one like here. Hopefully I don't get any ghosting from the way I just put it down. Okay, we're good. And looks good. Let's get all this off of here, off of here. Let's go ahead and reuse this little gold powder that I had here. Okay. Ooh, this one's a little larger surface. Okay, go ahead and heat set that, and I'll be right back. Let me put this to the side a little bit. So I'm just going to take a little bit of watercoloring, because I wanted to keep it kind of soft, so, you know, I'm not great at being very careful with, like, alcohol ink markers. I usually use bright colors in those. So I'm just going to take some watercolor and hopefully just pick out some really light colors. Let's see, our paper is very, you know, that gorgeous Spellbinders blush pink. So let's see what we can do. Okay, so this one's kind of an apricot color, and I, you know, actually I wiped that off the last time I used a very dark color in here, and it's still like on my brush. So let's get rid of that. And again, I don't want to do too much, so I think what I'm going to do is, and usually when I watercolor, I'll start at the bottom of the flower or whatever it is I'm coloring, because that way most of the color is there, and then when you blend it out, there's less and less color, and it already looks like shading, even though you really didn't do anything. So let's just do that. And come back in with a little more. And maybe even add like a little pop of another color there. Actually, let me water that down a little bit more. Those are really similar. And if you want to keep it really light, you can just kind of pick up some of the watercolor. And same thing for this middle flower. Ooh, the only pink I have is really bright, so maybe something else. Maybe a different color. Well, maybe we'll do this one. A little much on that one. Bring that up. And something like that. And then the greenery, so that's real easy. I'll just, maybe this one looks a little more mossy color, I like that. This one, the areas of the green, you know, the areas in between the lines, especially since I heat embossed, are very thin. So I'm just trying to make sure I get that in there. As you can see, it's like repelling it quite a bit. I'm just trying to make sure it's hitting the paper that's exposed. And there. Okay, and I'll do this second one the same way. Okay guys, so there are my flowers. Really pretty. I did dry them a little bit with a heat tool, but since we already embossed, we don't want to do too much of that. So what I'm going to do is take this guy. This is a 3D embossing folder, so I'm going to use the universal plate system on the Spellbinders machine, which is basically the paper inside the 3D embossing folder, the new plate, the base plate A, and an adapter, which is the gray one. If you have another machine, you can just work out the different things. What I always do, or a different sandwich, what I always do is the least amount of pressure to get the job done. So if you try it with like the smaller sandwich that you might think would work, and then increase the pressure from there, maybe add a shim or whatever. Yeah. So I'm just thinking about, do I really want to just center it right there? I mean, look how cute that would look, right, in different areas, like tucked down in here. And whatever it is that you want to do. I think I'll put mine like right in here. And I'm still looking left and right and kind of keeping it straight and all that. So I'll run that through and I'll be right back. Nice heavyweight paper. Oh my gosh. I mean, you guys, this 3D embossing folder, I mean, Spellbinders, honestly, I think they do the best job of those. Of any 3D embossing folders I've played with, because they do such a nice job. It doesn't destroy your paper, which we've seen with some other embossing folders that are 3D embossing folders, so just really great. Okay, so these guys, again, you just kind of eyeball. I'll put some tape, and I've always mentioned whenever you tape something down like this, you definitely do not want to tape on the embossing, because it'll just probably pick it up when you go to take away the tape. So you always try to just get, at least I do, just get the metal portions. Okay, and run that through, and I'll run both of them through. I mean, just look how pretty that is. I can imagine just stamping out a whole bunch of them, getting them going, and then just having them for, you know, right at the ready. If you make another card, you can just pop those on there with your sentiment, and it looks really great. I'll be back. Okay, guys. So both of these, we'll just glue this guy down. Oh, you know what? I didn't show you the deboss side. Maybe I did in the last video, but if you like that side, it looks like that, right? Really cool. So this guy, I'll just go ahead and glue it right down. So since this is from the card kit, the piece of paper is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so it's going to cover your whole card front. And if you want to trim it down, you can definitely do that. Of course, generally I do that. I like having a little white border or some kind of border, but I'll just go ahead and use the whole thing today. So I'm just going to stick this down. And kind of just hold it down everywhere, especially since we did that 3D embossing. You know, it has a lot of hills and valleys and nooks and crannies and all that. So these little guys, I think I'm just going to pop in here. And I'm thinking I'll probably pop one up and then leave the other one flat. So if I'm going to do that, then I'll leave this one flat. And I'm going to get some dimensionals on the other guy. So I'll hold that down while I'm holding the rest of it, and then I'll get some dimensionals on this, and I'll be right back. So I grabbed some 3D foam from the card kit, and in doing that, I came across, that looks pretty, these guys, also in the card kit there, and I thought maybe we can pop one of these on as a center. Obviously you can sprinkle them here and there, but I think but I love it when they're on a clear carrier is that you can kind of see. I mean, every one of these colors looks really pretty. Kind of debating. I love that blue because it almost blends right in. But let's go with this guy. Took a really kind of milk gloss, almost green, really pretty. And there it is, guys. So a card made pretty quickly there with the embossing, heat embossing, dry embossing there, a little watercoloring, and a little gem topper. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Thank you so much, Spellbinders, for sending these items for review. I'll have images coming up. I'll have the links in the description box. And yeah, so check out their new clubs. I will link the original unboxing video for this month in the description box. If you haven't seen that, I show pretty much everything that they came out with this month. Again, the new stitching club, the APG club has been phased out, but we have the new stitching club, and then the quick and easy card kit club is replacing their typical card kit, so you can check those out. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you at the next one. Bye now.